And you and I will be one. One body, one spirit, one Lord, one God and Father of all. Let no one tell you because he precedes you in the awakening that he ranks ahead of you. No one ranks ahead, even though you precede the one in the order of awakening. For there's only one being who is awakening. And that one being is God. And God is your own wonderful human imagination. If you could only be as intense as Louise towards physical things, you could in the immediate future get anything you want in this world. I personally have no desire for such things, none. But she has, and all well and good. She has it, let her have it to the extreme. Money is an important thing with her. Everything she makes important. But when it came to this, the loss of her son, and she went into shock, she didn't find comfort in religion, she couldn't find comfort in books, she couldn't find comfort in anything. Everything went through the window. But she was determined to prove that her Larry survived. And all she could hang on to is that all things exist in the human imagination. And if that is true, well then he is going to come out of me, and I will know he does exist, that he has survived that cremation. For she came back with the ashes and went to Central Park and scattered the ashes around the tree. And here comes Larry, sitting on the side of a chair, and she puts herself into the chair and puts Neville on the other side of the chair. And here she is carrying on. But I tell you how intense the woman is. When I said to her on the 10th of November, if you have a son, his name is Neville Mark. She was determined she is not going to have a son. Going to have a daughter. I said, all right, if it's a boy, his name is Neville Mark. Well, I haven't seen Neville in 4 years. Last time I saw him, he came down and spent 3 weeks with us in Barbados. And he was a handsome, handsome lad. Long hair down below his shoulder. He's just had his 18th birthday. He does all the cooking for them. Now, they don't need any help because they have all the money in the world. He does all the cooking. He does all the washing, all the ironing, all the sewing. He does everything. So she got her wish. She got a girl, and I got my son. He was a son. He makes the dresses. Of course, his father's a couturier. He's going to inherit that fabulous thing. The father's 77. So, in the not distant future, he will inherit this enormous thing. But he loves sewing, and he loves ironing the clothes. He likes all these things. He's out going to school to study designing and making of clothes and all these things. And so, with his long hair and that lovely, lovely skin of his, and undoubtedly, she does have her daughter. And I have in him my son. So see, we both got it. And she said to me, do you remember anything in the past concerning Neville? Because you saw him before I did. I said, I can only tell you that he came to me, this handsome, handsome lad, about 5 years old. And he told me that I was his father. Well, you know, Louise, I have never known you physically. Therefore, physically, I am certainly not his father. But throughout infinity, these cross currents, who knows the relationship in all these things through eternity? He called me his father. At the moment, I wondered, well, when are you going to come? Because I knew this was a vision. And I knew he was not my son in this world. I knew my little girl, Vicky, when she came to me at the age of 4 or 5. And she, too, called me Daddy. And I said, if you are my daughter, if I'm your daddy, then what is your name? And she said, Victoria. And Simpson danced away. So when she was born, I called her Victoria. She has no middle name. She didn't give me a middle name. She said, my name is Victoria. So I called her Victoria. Now she's known to all as Vicky. but she has no middle name. I saw so vividly when she appeared to me when she was my wife was then about 5 months pregnant. And I said to her, we're going to have a little girl, and her name is Victoria. Well, she came into the world, and she looked just unlike the little girl I saw. But at 4, she grew into that child. Because when she was born, she looked just like Gandhi. Not a hair on her head, bad ears, just like a little offspring of Gandhi. At the age of 4, a mass of curls. She was the image of the child I saw when she appeared to me in vision, say about 4 or 5 years of age. And this lad, when he was 4 or 5, was just like it. This handsome, beautiful lad. And today they say he's just, well, a raving beauty. 18 years old, with his long hair, and he makes his dresses, does all the ironing, he sews, he does everything. And so Louise, at determination, it didn't come in a physical form as a daughter, but it came in spirit as a daughter. And I came in, and my vision was true. It came in as a boy, as I saw him, and he told me his name was Neville Mark. And so he is named Neville Mark. Goes by the name of Neville. So I'm telling you of the power within you. And that power is your own wonderful human imagination. And that is the only God in the world. There is no other God. That is the Jesus Christ of Scripture. So tonight, take it seriously. If you really have an objective in this world, and you're waiting for something to happen on the outside to make it so, forget it. Do it.